show tonight, Bulldog forward Liam Jones, former Essendon and Hawk champ Paul Salmon, Port Adelaide assistant coach Gary Hockey, and Joffa makes an appearance on Titters Tips. On the panel tonight, the rockstar Rock and Ronnie Birds, Alan Thorpe, and our special guest, the King Wayne Carey. Gilly, welcome to you, my brother.
Yeah, no, look, brother, it's great to be here, and I'm actually sad because my good mate Neil Craig. Look, I've got a lot of time for him. He's a great coach, and he's going to be remembered. Look, Ronnie, he had some great years at the club, and he developed a lot of young champions, and it's sad to see him go because I watched him play at Sturt, Norwood, and then North Adelaide. He played over 300 games. He's a great coach. But I don't know what I'm going to say anymore because I can't say Craig anymore.
Too. Yeah, that's it, Gilly. It's going to be sad.
I'll tell you what, Gilbert, Andrew Walker, he's been trying so hard all year to take that spec. He's tried on numerous occasions and that one really worked for him on the weekend. But I tell you what, he's been trying to do it for quite a while. And, you know, even on his holidays, we've got a couple of snaps from his pre-season holiday. Here he is there, the Eiffel Tower. And then we've got another one of Andrew over in Africa there, having a crack there. And then his last one, well, he's just floating around out in space there. Andrew Walker. There you go, cuz.
It was a good mark. I'd put it right up in Sean Smith's category. Great mark.
Yeah, well, let's have a look at potentially some of those marks that have been taken over the last few years. And here's Stephen Silvani's, that was a great mark. And then the one you're talking about, Gilbert, Sean Smith, that's a fantastic one. And, of course, Ashley Sampier, they got the goal and the mark of the year in one season there. That was a good one. And, of course, Aaron Edwards at the Kangaroos, another good mark as well. But, Wayne, we couldn't leave you out. There you go.
I actually think Andrew Crackers. I actually believe Andrew Crackers this year was a little better than Walker's, and I know Andrew Walker was up high, but Crackers was a pack mark.
Is that because he's taken it in here? If he would have took it out
no,
here?
Walker got up that high, he took it actually in his stomach, but Cracker was a pack mark. I think that's the mark of the year so far.
Now, Gilly, we couldn't leave you out either, mate. So here's one of your classics. Let's have a look. Here you go, Gilly. You look like you need a good feed there, brother. There you go again, the great man. Look at that.
Man, I was trim, good-looking and handsome.
now, Ronnie, we've got one of your marks, mate. Okay. Check this out, Ron.
I was actually worried about my hair. Didn't want to mess up the hair.
You're actually fifth in contested marks in the league, which is quite impressive for a young bloke. How do you find, also just quickly, how do you find working with Barry Hall? Do you find you get in his way or you want to get out of his way sometimes, him being the senior player?
Yeah, I think that's been the main message for me, is not to really worry about what Baz is doing. I sort of have to worry about myself because, yeah, early on I could get into that sort of frame of mind where I want to get out of his way because he's such a good player and that sort of thing.
OK. Rock and Ronnie?
Yeah, I'm actually going to go the old Bulldogs.
He's followed Wayne to the show tonight. He's followed Wayne to the makeup room. Now he's following the tips with Wayne.
I'll jump off him and I'll go West Coast.
OK, Gilly. I'm going for, sorry, Liam, West Coast, but West Coast.
Oh, sorry, yeah, no, look, I reckon Dogs will give him a go, but I just think West Coast, that Final Four, that's what they...
We'll get it out.
Well, that's why they've got to win.
Granny, you really going for the Doggies? I mean, West Coast against your side?
Well, I went for the Dogs last week and they lost.
What's
and I
going
went
on
for the
with
Dogs
your hair, too? What's going on with your hair? You look like a
Let's go to our next game.
St Kilda.
Hang on, there's some gold.
Watch, Ronnie will follow me again. I'm going to go for St Kilda.
Rock and Ronnie.
Who are you going to go?
I'll go a draw. No, I'm going to go St Kilda.
That's why it's good to have the legends of the game on the program. But
well, they weren't available clearly tonight. So I'm happy to be here myself. I'm very excited.
OK.
I'm very flattered to be here, mate.
We actually had your twin brother just playing in the band just there before. His name was Paul as well.
He was a good-looking rooster, wasn't he?
He's quick.
But She's picked me up one day from the gym, and this is where he was very, very insightful. So I've got a lot to thank him for. He picked me up and he put me in his two-door Celica.
In the back seat.
It was like, you know, have you seen the Moscow Circus with the man in the bottle? It was a bit like that. We got to a park. It was Gels Park. So I'm thinking, seriously, I'm with a middle-aged guy going to a park. I'm thinking...
That's dangerous. That's dangerous.
No, I'm thinking whatever it takes. Seriously.
Got to get out of the twos.
But what transpired was he had a chat and he just said, look, do you want to play finals footy? And I said, of course I do, but I'm a long way from it. And he said, I've got something I want to cut a deal with you. He said, you know, we've got a few games to go. If we make the grand final, this is 85, we had a very powerful side. He said, I'm going to play you. I don't care what happens between now and then. And I was really taken aback by that. I said, how can you do that? What are the boys going to think? All those sort of obvious questions. He said, don't worry about it. I'm the coach. I do what I want. He said, the deal is you come out to training and you make sure you actually look like you want to be there. You know, you come out with a spring in your step. You know, you're a big guy and people notice you. And it was a real reminder for me that, you do carry a fair presence around the place when you're tall. And so I come out and, of course, I got pretty excited because I'm the only one who knows he's selected in the grand final team. I think I'm the only player in league history to get a banner for his 201st.
I can't count out there.
The 200th was in Sydney and maybe there were freight issues, I don't know. We didn't get up there.
I want to ask him, did he get up to as much mischief at Hawthorn as you did at Essendon?
Firstly, Mel, I thought we had an understanding. And, I feel like we
Paul,
broken a trust there.
stays in the house, you know? Got to keep it in there.
Yeah, I know. Mel, I was very well behaved at Hawthorn. You'd be proud of me.
The other thing I want to know is why is it the tall ruckman marry small women? You and your wife, Paul.
Can I tell you, Mel, that's probably more a visual response, you know.
Girls, my training has been tough. Are you up for it?
Of course.
Are you up for it? Come on, girls, do some warm-ups, stretch those thighs and get those arms moving. Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Come on, do it a bit faster. Oh, that is so slick. Get down there and do push-ups now. Come on, hurry up. 1, 2, 3, and one for me. 4. But come on, don't just moan about it. Bob, don't look at me eating a pie. Do your push-ups. What's this half-hearted attempt? You girls will never get to Adelaide on a bike. Girls, the trick about riding a bicycle to Adelaide is all about rhythm.
I've got rhythm.
Some people have the rhythm, some people don't. So you've got to have the rhythm. What's happening behind me here? I heard a scream.
There was a bump!
And we've got a lookalike for you, Gilly. Well, now, one of our viewers, Twisted Mick on Twitter, made this
is it dental
balloon and it looks pretty accurate. Don't worry about that.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Now, we've got one of Thorpe as well. Let's have a look at Thorpe.
There we go.
And it's...
It's David Morse. But we won't, hey, we're not going to let the big duck off. I got one of him when he was in year 7. Here he is.